Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. Purple and white, but you know what I mean. Double 11 senior year made history. Football, we took it to the playoffs. Collinsville, white and purple, yeah, we are the Kahoks. I said the Kahoks, the school of champions. We laugh a lot, we rap a lot. I'm asked to be an Indian again. I'm telling them that Collinsville is where it's at. So when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, it's Collinsville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a Kahok. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long, I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1 2, but we're number one. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm on my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the chief and crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right. Now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm the back cause everybody rolling with me, K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Look, all the freshmen, all the freshmen, all the boys.
High school, champions.
Yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good evening, everyone, as we welcome you to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium for the second night in a row as we get you ready for some girls playoff basketball action here on the Kahok Sports Network. I am Todd Duke, and we're glad that you're with us here on another cold, wintry night here in the Midwest as we get you ready for this game between the Collinsville Kahawks, your Lady Kahawks, taking on the Lady Lancers of Belleville East High School. We welcome you in to the Chiropractic Works pregame show. Chiropractic Works, owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville at 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road. Oh, I'm getting a call from Washington, D.C., man. I wonder if I should answer that. 343-3602 is the number to Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, or you can check them out online, chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. Well, we welcome you in, and we're going to have a little bit of a longer pregame show, it looks like. The earlier game, that was the first semifinal of the night between Edwardsville and Pekin, ended up having a running clock in the fourth quarter as Edwardsville ran away with it 52-21. Pekin had 15 points on the board at halftime. All they could score for the rest of the whole second half was 6 points. They actually were only trailing, I believe, 22-15 at the end of the first half. So Pekin had a good first half, but Coach Lori Blade made the adjustments that she needed to make for her team, and they came out and put the clamps down on the Lady Dragons and won that one 52-21. So things got done a little early, and so I hit start streaming on my computer, and then I watched Lori Billy walk over to Belleville East head coach Amanda Kimmies, and they both looked at their watches, and then they looked up at the scoreboard, and I guess they decided to delay the start a little bit since it was scheduled for a 7:30 start. They want everybody to have a chance to get here on time. So they put 5 minutes up on the scoreboard, and when that runs out, then they'll reset it at the usual 15 minutes that they have in between JV games and the varsity game. So we already know that Edwardsville has moved on, and they will be in the championship game here on Friday night. Who will be their opposition? Well, that's a battle that's going to unfold here in just a little bit between Collinsville and Belleville East. Collinsville, under their 10th-year head coach Lori Billy, and in her final year. So we're in the playoffs now, and one of these games could be her final game as Kahok head coach. But right now she's at the helm here for this contest against Belleville East, and she brings with her a team that's 15-13 on the year. They finished 6-6 in Southwestern Conference play, and Coach Billy has won 129 in her head coaching career and lost 141. On the other side, Amanda Kimmies for Belleville East is 9-19 on the year, and 3-9 is where they finished in conference play. And over the last 3 years, Amanda has an 87-62 record. Collinsville comes in. Both of these teams averaging around the same points per game, and on the defensive side of things too. Collinsville averaging 49.6 per game, while Belleville East is averaging right at 49. So just a 0.6 difference in the offense. And on the defense, they're exactly the same. Both teams' defenses have given up an average of 47.6 points per game. So these teams match up very well. Collinsville beat the Lady Lancers twice this year, 55-48, right here on this floor back in January the 9th. And then just this past Tuesday night at Belleville East, Collinsville won just a 4-point game at 70-66. Both teams making it on the floor now, and the 15-minute clock has started, so we'll take our first timeout. I had a chance a little while ago to catch up with Collinsville head coach Lori Billy. Matter of fact, we caught up right in the halftime of the first game between Edwardsville and Pekin. So we'll pass that conversation on to you next as the Chiropractic Works pregame show continues here on the Kahok Sports Network.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
And we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. We're back for a second night in a row on Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium floor. As tonight we switch over to the girls' side of things as your Collinsville Lady Kahoks are playing host to this year's regional competition. And they will get ready to take on the Belleville East Lancers. Joining us now, Collinsville head coach Lori Billy. Before we get to your game, Coach, you were here for last night's boys' game. Give us your coach's perspective on that game.
Based on what I saw, it kind of looked like similar to some of our games. I thought we missed some pretty easy shots inside. The boys looked pretty frustrated with the fact that they couldn't score, and especially in the first half, I felt like they forced some things. And defensively, I thought we did okay, but we just let them get in our heads a little bit. Offensively, I thought we did a much better job in the second half, and I really thought Rayshawn probably should have gone at their defense a little bit more, because when he did that, he ended up at the free throw line and got us back in the game quite a bit. So, they just had a rough night. They got to play through it a little bit.
Well said. All right, let's switch back over to your side of things now. Been a kind of an emotional roller coaster ride the last couple of weeks, hasn't it?
It certainly has. And just when I think I'm okay and I can handle it, something happens or somebody says something and I'm back on the dive. So, it's rough. Like I said before, this has been the toughest decision I've ever had to make. And I don't regret it. I'm pleased with being able to make the decision, but it's hard.
All right, let's talk about some of your individuals here. Last night during the boys' game, they recognized Faith Liljegren. She is the female athlete of the month for the month of February for Collinsville High School. I don't think they've announced the boy yet because February is not over yet. But anyway, she is going to have her name etched in the record books in assists and steals, and she keeps on adding to those numbers, so it looks like those numbers might stay for a while.
Yeah, as a sophomore, Faith set the season record, and it was impressive at that point. But now that she's a senior and she's broken both assists and steals, it just speaks to who she is as a player. She creates so much for us, and defensively, she's able to read those passing lanes so well, and she gets her hands low, and stealing the ball is just what she does and who she is. And then being able to look inside and look at her teammates and attack and then kick it out to them, again, that just speaks to who she is as a player and a teammate.
Yeah, she kind of let me in on that little insight of hers when I interviewed her for the pregame show. She said that her main thing that she watches as far as the opposition is concerned is the other player's hips.
Right, yeah, she does. And she learned that in soccer, and she's kind of transferred it to basketball. But she's exactly right. You got to look at their hips and see which direction they're going. And when she does that, she's able to read and get her hand in there, like I said, and get a good steal. So it's just a strength.
Your leading rebounder for the year will be Kristen Mitchell, and she's got her name in the record books as well. She's, I believe, up to number 4 now in the rebound category with a chance to move up a little bit.
Yeah, and Kristen obviously is the kid we look to rebound a lot. And she takes it very seriously, and she gets frustrated with herself when she misses what she feels like should have been easy rebounds. But obviously, based on her ability to rebound and work her way into that record book, she's done a lot for us. So we're really pleased with how she's played.
And your crowning champion of this year's scoring race for your girls team is going to be Katie Knutson. Talk to us about her a little bit.
I looked at the numbers for Katie, and I'm saddened that she had to miss so much of her sophomore year, because I think all 3 of those kids, and Kristen was also hurt her sophomore year, I think they would have for sure broken the 1,000-point club. But Katie has, last year and this year, just become the player that we knew she could become, and she's an all-around basketball player, and points, rebounds, reading the defense, all the things that she does that helps her team out, it's just amazing.
All right, talk to us about the regular season that just ended, the regular season that was, and your thoughts on the season as a whole.
I'm always wishing there was a way to look back and say, I wish we could have had this one back or had that one back. And there are a few games that we know as a team that we gave up, that we should have had, and there were teams that we played that we beat, that we were pleased we beat. But it's kind of like we're back to 0-0, and we got to focus on tonight and what we need to accomplish for tonight. And even though we beat them in the regular season twice, this is a good team. Belleville East is a good, solid team, and so we're going to have to go out and work really hard to get the win, try to get the win tonight.
We are doing this interview in the at halftime of the first game between Edwardsville and Pekin, and you've watched the first half, so give me your thoughts on either one of these teams you might face.
Pekin is, honestly, Pekin's better than I thought. They looked, I had seen a little bit of film on them, and they've got a kid, number 25. She's really a player. She's impressive, and I'm really impressed with how they're handling defensively, how they're handling Edwardsville, and they're not afraid to put the ball up and try to score. So, Edwardsville is Edwardsville, and they're going to settle in and make adjustments. I'm sure Coach is going to make adjustments at half. It'll be interesting to see how the second half goes.
All right, you have Belleville East tonight. You've already mentioned that. You beat them twice this year. You know the old saying in the world of sports, it's hard to beat a team 3 times in one season.
Exactly, and we've talked about that. And I mentioned that last night during practice. It's very hard to beat a good team 3 times, but we have to look at this as like almost a new season, fresh start. And whatever happened the last few weeks, months, doesn't really matter. We've got to go out and play our game and be focused on doing the little things right. And that's kind of what we worked on the last few days of practice, is making some adjustments to their players and to what they've done. So hopefully it makes a difference for us tonight.
We talked a little bit last night before the boys' game, and you mentioned that Faith Liljegren was a little under the weather. How is she?
I haven't talked to her yet. She just got here a little bit ago, and I've been busy, but she's looking like she's probably about the same. She's coughing quite a bit, and we've kind of had the flu going through us, so she's smiling. That's Faith. She'll always smile.
Thanks for the visit, Coach. Good luck. We'll talk to you after the game.
Thank you, Ted.
That is Lori Billy, your Collinsville Lady Kahok head coach. We'll take a break here on the Chiropractic Works pregame show. When we come back, we'll pass more names and more numbers to you, including the starting rosters and more coming up on the Kahok Sports Network.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces and donates 25 cents a unit sold to first responder and military organizations to aid the fallen and assist with suicide prevention and PTSD awareness. Stop on by. See the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place World Champion Patriot Sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com. All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Do we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook at All Pro Tees. Or call All Pro Tees at 344-2200. The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
And once again, we welcome you back into Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. I'm Todd Duke, Zach Roseman will be on the camera with us tonight as we get you ready for this game between Collinsville and Belleville East. Regional semifinal game. Winner will move on to Friday night's championship game, where the Edwardsville Lady Tigers already await in the wings. So let's take a look at what's happened in the world of basketball between these two schools. First, we'll begin with Belleville East. They've been playing girls basketball at Belleville East since 1974. No state championships. They did go to state for the 2000-2001 season. They went 26-4 under Paul James. That was the final of his 15 years as the head coach of the Lady Lancers. They beat Glenwood 55-46 in the super sectional, but then lost to Naperville. Back then they had quarterfinals, and they lost that game just 49-46. Other than that, 15 times Belleville East has won regional championships. Their last was in the 15-16 season under their current head coach, Amanda Kimmies, and 4-time sectional champs, and the last time they did that was the 06-07 season. And then playing girls basketball at Collinsville High School since around the same time. No state championships and no trips to state for the Lady Kahawks in their tenure at Collinsville High School. They have won regional championships 6 times. The last time they did that was the 03-04 season, and that's a 16-year drought for regional championships. And, of course, no sectional championships in that time. And, of course, that means they did not move on to any super sectionals. So Collinsville would love to break that, and I know that Coach Billy and her crew would love to do that here and give Coach Billy a regional championship trophy on her last year. Collinsville is coming off a loss on senior night, 52-38 to Belleville West. The Kahoks have won 3 out of their last 4 games, though. They had 2 3-game winning streaks on the year, and they started the season with a 4-game winning streak as they won 4 straight and captured the championship of the Nashville tournament. The Lancers have only won 2 in a row once this season. That was Altoff and Oakville in the middle of 2 games at the Muscuda Holiday Tournament. They had losing streaks of 5 games and 4 games this year. They have won 2 of their last 3 coming into this contest after coming off of a 54-38 win at Granite City on Thursday. We will take our final break. When we come back, we'll pass along the starting lineups to you, and that'll be coming your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach. Whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues, we have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
Are the lights on your dashboard putting on a show? Bring it to Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is also a T3 certified tire center. They can handle all of the basics like oil changes and tune-ups and the not-so-basics like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations: Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville. The Collinsville location is at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they do catering, wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses and delicious sides. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road, or check out the lunch buffet at the Columbus Plaza location on 157 in Collinsville. Call Cafe Agape at 345-CAFE, 345-2233. Yes, they still cater. Cafe Agape, that's some good eats.
And once again, we will welcome you back into Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. Regional semifinal number 2 on the night. Edwardsville has already taken care of the Pekin Dragons. by a final score of 52-21. And the championship game of this regional will have Edwardsville taking on the winner of this game. That game will take place Friday night at 7 o'clock. We already know who the other championship game involves in the Alton Regional. After Granite City beat Alton on Monday night 44-39, Granite City then turned around and had to face a very tough number 2 seed, O'Fallon Lady Panthers, and O'Fallon won that game pretty much with ease, 57-20. So O'Fallon moved on to the championship game. Then it was Belleville West over Quincy last night by a final score of 53-42. So the Maroons and the Panthers are in the championship game of the Alton Regional, and that championship game is taking place tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, while the championship game here in Collinsville will be Friday night at 7 o'clock. So consider yourselves all caught up in the world of Class 4A girls basketball as far as the 2 regionals that we're paying attention to here, because the winners of the Alton Regional and the winner of this regional here in Collinsville will meet in the Pekin Sectional, and that'll begin on Monday. All right. Collinsville's on the floor, so are the Lancers. Lancers are the road team. They are dressed in their darker blue uniforms, trimmed in their school color of sky blue. They have Belleville East written across the fronts of their jerseys. Belleville over the top of the numbers and East underneath, and the numbers are in white. Collinsville, the home team, they're dressed in their white uniforms, have a little purple on the shoulders, and their numbers on the backs are in purple, and Kahoks written above the numbers on the fronts of their jerseys. Kristen Mitchell is in center court along with Hannah Mitchell, and one of the Mitchells was going to win. We knew that going in, and it was Collinsville and Kristen Mitchell who tipped the ball over. And here is Faith Lodgegren as we are underway here in quarter number 1. Collinsville beat this team twice this year, and we start off with a nice basket low post for Kristen Mitchell, and we're off and running. Lancers bring the ball up. Here is Butler, and into the paint it goes, and an acrobatic shot there by Bria James. As we set the starters for you, it is Bria James, the 5'6" senior for Belleville East, along with Hannah Mitchell, the 6' senior. Tyler Butler, the 5'10" junior. Grace Riley, the 5'9" junior. And the freshman on the floor, Layla Jackson. She wears 0 on her back, and she is a 5'6" player for Belleville East. Kristen Mitchell follows up a rebound with another bucket. Kristen Mitchell now has 4 points, and Collinsville leads 4-2. So besides Kristen Mitchell, you'll find Riley Doyle, the 5'7" junior. Katie Knutson, the 5'11" senior. Stasia Bush, the 5'10" junior. And Faith Lodgegren, the 5'7" senior. Layla Jackson hits the first three-pointer of this game. And Belleville East has their first lead. It's a one-pointer at 5-4. Here comes Faith Lodgegren for Collinsville, bringing the ball up across midcourt. Over onto the far side in front of the scorer's bench to Doyle, now into the corner. Stasia Bush back over to the far side, and Kristen Mitchell puts on another strong move. She's fouled. Basket wouldn't fall for her, but she'll go to the free throw line for 2. Grace Riley becomes the first fouler here in this game, if you will. Kristen Mitchell to the free throw line, 62.6 on the year for the Collinsville Kahok senior. 87 of 139, and she misses on the first one. Mitchell ready to go. Second leading scorer. She only put in 339 points on the year. Second one's good. Leading scorer for Collinsville was Katie Knutson with 394 points, averaging 14.1 a game. Mitchell right behind her, averaging 12.1 per game. Here is almost a turnover as Collinsville puts on some pressure in the backcourt, and now we had too much time, and that becomes the first turnover of the night, and it belongs to the Lancers. With Collinsville a chance to take back the lead. Tied up 5-5 right now as the inbound pass comes into Faith Lodgegren. Lodgegren feeling a little under the weather. Coach Billy, talking to her last night during the boys' game, said she was not in good shape Sunday or Monday. There's Katie Knutson, the leading scorer for Collinsville this year, gets her first baskets of this game. And this time Belleville East breaks the backcourt pressure. Here is Butler. She drives baseline off the glass, and after it ping-pong across both sides of the rim for a couple of moments, it finally falls in. 7-7, 5:45 left to play here in this opening quarter. Here is Doyle for Collinsville on the left wing, into the left corner now for Mitchell. And bumped, but no call, and Knutson couldn't get it to go in. Gets her own rebound and puts it back up and in. Leading scorer for Belleville East, Tyler Butler, 350 points, averaging 12.5, and there is a shot. Count the basket after the miss by Jackson, and then Mitchell puts it back in, and she'll go to the line for a bonus shot. As the first foul for Collinsville belongs to Faith Liljegren, now each team with one. Hannah Mitchell to the free throw line, 56.4% on the year from the charity stripe. Hannah hitting only 22 of 39 shots. Only one player went above 100 in the free throw area. That was Tyler Butler, making 72 of 164. And that point is good for Hannah Mitchell. Lancers go up, back up by a point. And here is Liljegren again. She crosses the line over on the right side with a pass over to the left side for Doyle. Doyle gives it back up to Liljegren. Liljegren, top of the key, drives in over onto the right wing. Doesn't enter the perimeter, gives it in the paint to Knutson. Knutson's pass to Doyle, almost picked off, but it makes it to her. And now Bush with a cross-court pass back to Liljegren. She goes underneath the basket, throws it out to Mitchell. Mitchell was just about 3 feet underneath the basket and couldn't put enough juice on it. Collinsville gets the rebound, though. And here is Liljegren for three. That's going to be off to the right a little bit. And this time the rebound belongs to Layla Jackson, the freshman for Belleville East. She gets the ball right back from Riley, and then over onto the far side, a pass over to James. Now back out front to Jackson. Jackson at the top of the key, hands the ball off, ends up into the hands of Bria James. James, the 5'6" senior, gives it up on a give and go through the paint. That turned into 2 points for Grace Riley. And it's now a 3-point lead for the Lancers. Here is Riley Doyle into the corner for Astasia Bush, and bumped on the play as she was cutting through the paint was Knutson. And, I was going to say, I didn't think it was a shooting foul. Hannah Mitchell picks up her first, team second. Inbound pass comes out to the top of the key. 3 for Knutson. It's an air ball. That'll stop the clock with 4:02 left here in this first quarter. 12-9, Lancers with the lead. Playoff time. You win, you advance. You lose, you're done for the year. Here is Jackson. At the top of the key, she'll launch a high arcing three and just drain it. So Layla Jackson has 2 3-pointers in a row. Here's Astasia Bush to Riley Doyle. She'll try it for 3, and it rolls in. So Doyle picks up the first 3-pointer for Collinsville, and the Kahoks find themselves now just by 3. Here comes Jackson. Top of the key, a bounce pass to Mitchell. Mitchell bounces it in the lane, but not looking for it was James. And Collinsville recovers. Here is Liljegren. She'll take it to the hoop herself, and a blocking foul coming up against Hannah Mitchell. That'll be her second foul. So Faith Liljegren to the free throw line. Faith on the year, 58.6 from the charity stripe, 68 for 116. That one won't fall. In the game last Tuesday night here, or at Belleville East, excuse me, when Collinsville won 70-66, Faith had 26 points in that game. Katie Knutson had 20, and Kristen Mitchell had 18. Some lofty numbers there for the Collinsville senior trio. First point of the night for Liljegren brings her team back to within 2. 15-13, 3:15 left to play here in this opening quarter. Here is Jackson for the Lancers. Hands the ball off once again to Riley, and then out onto the wing for James. James will hand the ball off to Butler. She drives baseline, no room. Kicks it back out for Jackson, another 3. That one won't fall, and the rebound belongs to Liljegren. She'll take it all the way down herself, has the ball stripped out of her hands by Jackson, and now Jackson with another player over on the other side. No good. Rebound, still no good. Rebound again, turned over. Oh, we're going to have a foul called right before Kristen Mitchell got her hands on that ball. So So Bush commits the foul right as Kristen Mitchell got her hands on a loose ball. And to the free throw line will be Tyler Butler, 43.9% on the year for Butler. And she misses the first one. Butler, the 5'10 junior for Belleville East, ready for another. Misses that one as well. Rebound is kicked accidentally by Knutson. She picks it up and gives to Liljegren. That's the longest rebound you'll ever see. Here is Mitchell, hop, skip, and a jump through the lane. No good, gets a rebound, puts it back up and in. We are back to even Steven, 15-15. 2:25 left to play here in this opening quarter. Here is Riley. Riley picks up her dribble, gets double teamed, and almost throws the ball away. Picking up the loose rock was Butler off the glass for two. And Butler now has 4. Back to a 2-point lead for the Lancers as we approach 2 minutes left to play here in this first quarter. Doyle with it to Knutson at the free throw line. She's immediately triple teamed. That leaves somebody open. That somebody is Astasia Bush. 3-point shot won't fall. Knutson with the rebound. Gives it up to Liljegren. Liljegren drives in off the glass for 2. A timeout called by Belleville East, so we will take the opportunity to step aside as well, and we're back in just a short 30 seconds on the Kahok Sports Network.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Todd Duke, Zach Roseman back with you from Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here at Collinsville High School. 17-17 with 1:47 left to play here in this first quarter. Second semifinal game of the night here at the Collinsville Regionals. Edwardsville has already moved on. They will face the winner of this game Friday night in the regional championship. Coach Blade is still here. Most of her team has left. Coach Blade actually is operating the camera that's recording this game, so she has a scouting report. Not that she doesn't know these two teams already from being in the same conference. No good on the shot. Rebound belongs to Collinsville. Into the far corner, Bush to Doyle on the wing for 3. That one's a little short, and the rebound is down on the ground, picked up by the Lancers. Stacia Bush was ready to start guarding her player, and the ball bounced right over her head. Here is Layla Jackson. Jackson for the Lancers. Hands the ball off, does so to Grace Riley. Riley bounces the ball into the free throw area for Butler. Too hard off the glass. Rebound belongs to Kristen Mitchell. Here comes Katie Knutson. Knutson with it in the perimeter. Takes the shot, gets fouled on the way up, but no call. Rebound belongs to the Lancers. They bring it back down. Here is Oriana Brown, who's into the game for the first time. What a stuff job there by Kristen Mitchell. Up to Doyle. Up to Liljegren. Liljegren thought about that 3, throws it into Knutson instead, off the glass. On and off balance shot for Knutson, and she'll head to the free throw line for a bonus try. 19-17, Layla Jackson picks up her first foul. 2-point lead for Collinsville to the free throw line. Katie Knutson for the first time. She is 90 of 143 on the year. That comes to 62.9%. As Collinsville's other senior, Natalie Becker, checks into the game for the first time as Knutson hits her free throw. And Collinsville has a 3-point lead, their biggest lead of the night so far. Here is Riley. Lancers. She pulls up over there in front of the Kahok bench, gives to the free throw area to Butler. She immediately picks up her dribble and has to get rid of it. Does so to Brown. Brown gives it right back to where it came from, and Butler's drive won't result in points, but the ball is out of bounds and will stay with the Lancers. No, it won't. They went the other way with it. So Liljegren checks back in after being replaced by Becker, and then Mitchell heads to the bench instead as Becker inbounds, does so to Liljegren. Liljegren with about 10 seconds left. Throws the ball up across the line to Doyle. Yeah, just outside the lane, and a turnover. Collinsville's second. Here is Jackson with just a couple of seconds left, and the ball ends up out of bounds. It'll stop the clock with 1.1 left. And the inbound pass will come right underneath us by Layla Jackson. But first, Jenna Scheller is trying to check into the game. She'll take the place of Knutson. Out it goes to Riley, and at the buzzer, no good. That was close, though. Hit the back part of the iron, and that's going to do it for the first quarter of play. Collinsville with a 3-point lead. We head to the second quarter here, and that comes your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Back at Collinsville High School, I'm Todd Duke. On the camera tonight is Zach Roseman. Zach's just getting over being sick. That's why he couldn't make it to last night's game and be the camera guy. So because of that, he's not allowed to wear the headsets tonight. I told him he couldn't wear them because I didn't want him to infect anyone, including me. Well, more particularly me. But Zach's going to be with me on Friday night when we do the boys basketball game from Belleville West because Chris Kettler can't. He has to operate the scoreboard here for the regional championship game. So I told Zach I'd let him wear the headsets and be my color guy Friday night during the boys game. It's a nice trade-off after he has a couple more days to get rid of that illness. All right, back to action here. We're underway in quarter number 2. 3-point lead for Collinsville after one, 20-17. And the ball knocked out of bounds by Kristen Mitchell. Slapped that pass right out of bounds. And the Lancers will inbound all the way in the far corner here at this near end of the court to us. Inbound pass comes in from Jackson, and she throws it all the way back into the backcourt. It's going to be picked up by Liljegren, and Liljegren's going to have no problem taking that one in off the steal or off the turnover and turning it into 2 points. Collinsville stretching out to their biggest lead of the night so far. It's 5. Here is a dribble drive and a carry by Layla Jackson while she was driving. The 5th turnover for the Lancers. And that'll put the ball back into the hands of Liljegren and company. Here comes Faith up the floor with 7:15 to play, just 45 seconds into quarter number 2. Over onto the left wing for Knutson, now to Mitchell at the free throw line. She sticks outside the paint, gives to Knutson for 3 from the wing. That's a little short. Rebound belongs to Doyle. Doyle will put it back up and in. And Riley Doyle now with 5 points on the night. Collinsville extends their lead. Here is Layla Jackson for the Lancers. Hands the ball off to Ava Hamilton. Now a 3-point shot from the top of the key by Riley doesn't hit, and Collinsville comes away with the rebound. Kahoks right now out rebounding Belleville East 11-3. There's an acrobatic shot once again by Knutson. And Collinsville continues to roll up the points here. Now with a 9-point advantage. Here is Layla Jackson once again at the top of the key. Jackson backs up toward the midcourt stripe as she was double teamed there by Knutson and Liljegren. Spin move. Jackson puts up a shot and a prayer, and it misses. Comes down for Jenna Scheller, and she gives the ball up to Liljegren, who gives to Knutson. Back to Scheller in the paint. Kick it outside. And then Mitchell just inside. Takes the shot. Good for 2. Nice ball movement by the Kahawks. And it's turning into points, and Collinsville now up by 11. So far, they are shutting out the Lancers here at the beginning of this second quarter. Handoff goes to Hamilton. Hamilton top of the key for Riley. Another three-point shot. She puts a lot of arc on those three-point shots, but nothing falling in for her right now. Knutson takes it all the way down off the glass, and Katie gets 2 more points, and a timeout called by Coach Kemazes, and the Lancers are a little bit flummoxed as they come out of the gates here, start the second quarter. Timeout on the floor. We'll step aside as well. Back in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking to buy a new home or sell your current one? Trust the Blaylock team of Keller Williams Marquis Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now. Trust the Blaylock team of Keller Williams Marquis to help you find the perfect home or to help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at 618-780-4622 or visit them online at blaylockteam.com or on Facebook at the Blaylock Team.
Lady Kahawks are on a 10-0 run to start the second quarter here. We were at 20-17 at the end of one quarter of play, and we are just 2 minutes and 24 seconds into this second quarter in Collinsville on a 10-0 run, 30-17. And yes, folks, you did hear me right that Zach and I will be at the game Friday, the boys' game at Belleville West. Even if Collinsville wins this game and are in the championship game, Chris Kettler has to be here, so he's going to bring his tablet, and he will put somebody in charge of live streaming the game on the Facebook page so we can continue to follow the boys. And we'll do that Friday. That is our plan. So back to action here. Lancers with the ball, and Brown dribbles and drives through the paint, takes a shot. That's partially blocked. And coming away with the loose ball was Butler, front of the Collinsville bench. Her toss out onto the wing for James. Gets away from her, but she recovers nicely. Gives to Hamilton, who gives it back to Brown. Now back on the outside we go to James. She'll take it into the paint, take the shot, and nothing doing. Meanwhile, the rebound belonged to Hamilton, and she was fouled afterwards by Jenna Scheller. Scheller will pick up her first, just the team's third. Belleville only has 4. And Liljegren smacks that inbound pass right out of the air from Amelia Cole, the 5'6" junior just checking into the game for the Lancers. Bria James now will inbound just underneath our location. Does so to Cole. Cole takes it to the hoop. Can't get it to fall. Rebound put back up. Still can't get it to fall. And the next rebound belongs to Collinsville. Here is Knutson. Knutson. Oh, man, she's just finding a way to drop everything here tonight. Katie already up to 13 points. And Collinsville continues to add on to that lead. Lancers with it. At the free throw line, it is Butler. A bounce pass to the top of the key. And Brown with a three-point shot, no good. And the rebound belongs to Scheller. Collinsville works their way back up the court with a burst of speed. Liljegren off the glass. Nope, they're not going to count it. And they're going to call a reach-in foul against one of the Lady Lancers. This one looks like it's going to go against Riley or James. And it'll be James. Bria James will pick up her first, team 5th. Speaking of Riley, Riley Doyle checks back into the game for Collinsville as Faith Liljegren goes to the bench. Inbound pass comes in. Knutson in the corner to Scheller in the paint. Off the glass, too hard. Went from one side of the glass to the other. Scheller gets her own rebound, gives to Knutson, and Knutson's good for 2 more. Bringing the ball up is Riley. Bounce pass onto the lane for Butler. Butler dribbles, drives, and the shot, no good, they say. Foul was before the shot, and it's going to go against Jenna Scheller. Scheller will pick up her second in a row. And she will head to the bench, and Faith Liljegren's little, 30-second rest is over. Faith back out there under the weather. Inbound pass comes in to Riley, and another high arcing shot that goes off the side of the backboard. Rebound put back up, still won't go in. And the second rebound ends up going in off of the hands of Hannah Mitchell. And that is the first bucket of this second quarter for Belleville East. Kristen Mitchell may have gotten injured on the play. She is walking with Amanda Bauer toward the girls' locker room. I think she just might have got poked in the eye or something like that. Here's Liljegren. Liljegren travels around the world in 80 seconds and gives the ball to Bush, who gives to Scheller at the free throw line. Spin, turnaround, no one to move to, so back outside to Doyle, who gives it up now for Liljegren. Liljegren to Knutson. I just tried to take a drink of my soda with the lid on it. Here's Faith on the right wing. Bounce pass in the paint. Scheller with a shot. And after a couple of bounces off the rim and the glass, it falls in. And Jenna Scheller, the 6'2 freshman, has her first 2 points of this game. Collinsville up 36-19 as we approach 3 minutes to play here in this first half. With the ball is Layla Jackson. Jackson drives inside, but that ball's tipped and now on the ground and knocked out of bounds by Jackson. And Collinsville will try to take advantage of the 7th Lady Lancer turnover. Natalie Becker checks back into the game, and the young freshman Jordan Gary, the 5'6 freshman, checks into the game for the first time. Jordan plays soccer as well, so we'll see her soon on the soccer field as the soccer season begins March 17th. Here is Scheller off the glass. Can't get it to go, but she traveled anyway. Jordan Gary, selected as one of 18 young ladies in the United States of America to go over to England to play in a 3-game tournament representing Team USA. And it is the level just below the national team. So very high honor there for the Collinsville freshmen. And they will, I believe, leave on March 3rd for that tour. So Jordan Gary will miss the first game of the year for the Lady Kahok soccer team. Whistle on the play, another foul coming up. This one is going to be handed out to Jenna Scheller again. She comes off the bench and she commits 3 fouls. Collinsville has 5 as a team, and Scheller has 3 of them. Here is Tyler Butler, who went 0 for 2 her first time up and misses the first one here. One more try here for the Lancers 5'10 junior Tyler Butler. Off the glass this time, and that one falls in for her. And Collinsville with the ball working back in the opposite direction from our location with 2:20 left to play here in this first half. Mitchell hands the ball off to Liljegren, and Liljegren with a little 4-foot floater that falls in. Lancers bring the ball up. Here is Grace Riley, and Liljegren just takes it right out of her hands. Faith on the move, puts on the brakes, and then she gets fouled from behind as she was awaiting the defense to commit before she jumped up there, but Faith will have a chance to pick up 2 from the free throw line. And that foul belongs to Hannah Mitchell. That's her 3rd. What happened to our PA announcer? Yeah, I saw Chad Burgess walk by with his coat on. I thought somebody was going to fill in for him, but we don't have a PA announcer right now. Liljegren misses the first one. Collinsville Middle School 8th grade boys basketball team lost last night in semifinal action in the state championship round by 5 points, so they will play for 3rd place tomorrow night. As Liljegren makes 1 of 2, she has now made 2 of 4 from the charity stripe here tonight. Collinsville with a 19-point lead, 1:50 left to play here in this first half, and a acrobatic shot by Jackson won't fall in, and another whistle will be the 6th Kahok foul. This one is going to go to Natalie Becker, or excuse me, Jordan Gary. Gary will pick up her first. Each team now at 6 to the free throw line. Layla Jackson. Jackson, her first trip to the line here in this game, a 55.1% free throw shooter, and she misses the first one. Had 2 early three-pointers, did Jackson. Nothing since then. Knutson and Liljegren to the bench. Doyle and Bush back in for the Kahawks. Jackson at the free throw line. Second shot good. Lancers putting on some pressure in the backcourt. Astasia Bush dribbles through 2. Underneath the basket all alone was Jordan Gary, but sometimes when you get all that room, you mess up on the shot. Here is Becker to Bush. Back to Becker. Becker on the right wing. Had that ball knocked out of her hands. Now back to Bush in the right corner. She'll dribble and drive. Baseline. Throws it out. Three-point shot for Doyle from the wing. And Doyle missed it, and it ends up going out of bounds. 1:19 to play. First half. Inbound pass will come in from Bria James to Layla Jackson for the Lancers. Here's Jackson at the top of the key. She'll launch a three from there. Hits the fat part of the iron, comes down, and the rebound belongs to Astasia Bush. And Collinsville works it back up. Here is Jordan Gary. Over into the corner for Mitchell. Kristen Mitchell dribbles her way right in front of the Lancers bench. Under a minute to go here in this first half. Mitchell, bounce pass to Jordan Gary. Gary out front now for Natalie Becker. Becker, right-hand dribble, works her way to the right-hand wing. Gives back up to Mitchell. Mitchell, timeout. Kahoks call a timeout. That is their first timeout here in this contest. It is a 30-second timeout, so we'll be back in just that short amount of time here on the Kahoks Sports Network.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipStLouis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
Back at Collinsville High School and at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. On Virgil Fletcher Drive. South Morrison is the actual name of the street. But they dedicated it to Virgil Fletcher a number of years ago. And Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. That's where we are. Says so right on the floor. Here is Faith Liljegren back at midcourt. 30 seconds to play here in this first half. Collinsville with a 39-21 lead and in control of the ball. Here is Kristen Mitchell all the way back at midcourt. Mitchell, 20 seconds left here in this first half. She'll hand the ball off to Liljegren, and Liljegren, with 10 seconds to go, will begin her move. She gets around the player and with a little fingertip shot, can't get it to go. And before the buzzer, no play by Maya Cole, and that is the way that the first half comes to a close. Collinsville explodes for 19 points in that second quarter and holds the Lancers to just 4 points in that quarter. 39-21 is our score at the end of one half of play, and time to take you now into the Cafe Agape halftime show, brought to you by my friends at Cafe Agape, Ron McGee and all the folks. If you have a hunkering for some good food, well, you need to check out Cafe Agape. They have their location on St. Louis Road opened up once again. You can enjoy great food like pork steaks. How about some smoked meatloaf? How about a burger the size of your head? How about some nachos? Well, you know what? We cover just about everything you can cover. And how about some catering as well? That's right. If you have an event coming up, big or small, I would give Cafe Agape a call. 345-CAFE is their number, 345-2233. Cafe Agape halftime show comes your way next on the Kahoks Sports Network.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they do catering. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses and delicious sides. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road, or check out the lunch buffet at the Columbus Plaza location on 157 in Collinsville. Call Cafe Agape at 345-CAFE, 345-2233. Yes, they still cater. Cafe Agape, that's some good eats.
Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Whether building a new home, making an addition to the home you currently own, or finally getting around to that remodeling job you've been putting off, Pace Design and Construction in Maryville can help. Pace Design and Construction is a building and remodeling contractor you can trust. They provide the highest quality, they are dedicated to their customers, and are committed to completing your project on time and within budget. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Give them a call at 618-407-5466, online at pacedesignconstruct.com, or on Facebook at Pace Construction Design.
Ogle Auctions in Collinsville, the newest in online auctioning. Go to ogleauctionshighbid.com. That's HIBid.com to check out what's up for bid in the next auction. Ogle Auctions deals with everyday items like board games, t-shirts, and more, to collectibles, whether that is a vehicle, vinyl records, or vintage toys. Or how about a trolley car? And Ogle Auctions is always on the lookout for more items. Check out their next online auction at ogleauctionshighbid.com. That's ogleauctionshibid.com. Or call Kim Ogle today at 618-980-4530. Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they do catering, wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses and delicious sides. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road, or check out the lunch buffet at the Columbus Plaza location on 157 in Collinsville. Call Cafe Agape at 345-CAFE, 345-2233. Yes, they still cater. Cafe Agape, that's some good eats.
Back at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium and back in the Cafe Agape halftime show, where at halftime here it is 39-21 in favor of Collinsville after one half of play in the second semifinal of the day here from Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. The first semifinal of the day was won by Edwardsville over the Pekin Dragons by a score of 52-21. So the Edwardsville Tigers waits the winner of this one, and they'll face off in the championship game here on Friday night. And right now that looks like it's going to be Collinsville, but we have another half to go as the Lancers right now trail by 18 points after only trailing by 3 points at the end of one quarter of play when it was 20-17. Collinsville started off with a 12-0 run before the Lancers scored anything, and then the scoring didn't really amount to much as Collinsville outscored Belleville East 19-4 in that second quarter. And if you add all that up, that equals 39-21, and that is an 18-point lead for your Kahoks. Leading scorer in this one right now is Katie Knutson. She's the only one in double digits. She has 15 points. Close, though. Kristen Mitchell with 9 and Faith Liljegren with 8. After that, Riley Doyle has 5 and Jenna Scheller with 2. Layla Jackson leads the Lancers with 7 points. 5 points each belong to Tyler Butler and Hannah Mitchell. And then 2 points apiece for Bria James and Grace Riley. Other numbers look like this. Rebound battle is being won by Collinsville plus 10. 18-8 on the rebounding effort. Lancers have turned the ball over 8 times. Collinsville just 4 times. From the lines, the Belleville Lancers have hit 2 of 8 3-pointers, while Collinsville has hit 1 of 5. And from the free throw line, each team has taken 7 shots. Collinsville has hit 4 of theirs, while Belleville East has hit 3 of theirs. Nothing going on the scoreboard tonight, as the other regional is already wrapped up and they're waiting for their championship game tomorrow. And everything else is scheduled for tomorrow and then again on Friday for boys basketball action. So nothing to tell you about as far as out-of-town scores go. So that is going to do it for the Cafe Agape halftime show. Again, give Cafe Agape a call. They do great business when it comes to catering. You have a large event like a wedding or a small event like a little business luncheon. Well, give Cafe Agape a call. They would love to hear from you. That number, once again, 345-CAFE, 345-2233. Third quarter action will be coming your way here in just a couple of minutes on the Kahok Sports Network.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they do catering, wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses and delicious sides. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road, or check out the lunch buffet at the Columbus Plaza location on 157 in Collinsville. Call Cafe Agape at 345-CAFE, 345-2233. Yes, they still cater. Cafe Agape, that's some good eats. The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the event. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
Collinsville Junior Service Club has a Trivia Night fundraiser coming up. That'll take place on Friday, March the 20th. Doors open at 6. Game time is at 7. Table reservations can be had at 618-288-2886. The people of Illinois welcome you. The folks in Collinsville, Illinois, well, they want you to stick around for a while and enjoy the sights, the fun, the food, and of course, the Collinsville Kahawks. The city of Collinsville is a proud supporter of the Collinsville Unit 10 School District. So welcome to Collinsville. Come on over, catch a Kahawks game, or enjoy some of the new places to eat, shop, and have fun. There's plenty to do for the young and the young at heart. Enjoy Christmas at the Collins House during the holidays, tunes that bloom in the warm summer months, and more. There's plenty to do in Collinsville, so come on over for a bit. In Collinsville, would love to see you. For more information, go to www.collinsville.org. Back here at Collinsville High School, Todd Duke, Zach Roseman with you. Collinsville gets the ball back to start half number 2, and they bring it on in, and it's knocked out of bounds immediately by Hannah Mitchell. My little box on my computer that tells me how strong my signal is has started to flash red, so hopefully it'll work itself out here. I haven't dropped too many frames right now, but hopefully this thing will – I don't understand that stuff. You go through a whole half of basketball, and the box is bright green, and then right in the middle of the halftime show it starts with the red and then the yellow and then the orange and then back to green, and hopefully we'll be okay. All right, Kahawks start off with a 39-21 lead here as the third quarter is underway. Here is Faith Liljegren as Collinsville gets to shoot at the basket closest to our location now, and Faith has the ball knocked out of her hands. Ball still on the ground, and a foul coming up. And it's going to go against Faith, and that'll be her second. Looks like it's calmed down now. Stay green there, little box. Stay green. Here is Layla Jackson. She brings the ball up court. Her team trails by 18 points to begin this second half. Over onto the far side wing it goes to James. James dribbles her way through. And back onto the wing now for Jackson. Jackson takes a shot and hits it. And a little two-pointer for Riley Doyle. And Collinsville answers that one right back. Here is Jackson. Over onto the wing now for Riley. Riley in the back out, and then Hamilton drives, but she's going to be fouled by Kristen Mitchell. That's going to be Mitchell's first. And it's going to be Collinsville's second here in this second half. To the free throw line, that is Hannah Mitchell. She is 1 of 1 from the charity stripe in the first half and misses on the first try here in the second half. Just underway here in quarter number 3, just 16 seconds in. Next shot, that one goes right through for Hannah Mitchell, the 6-foot senior for the Lancers. Here is Liljegren, and she gets hip checked. Gets pushed a little bit, and I think she stepped out of bounds with that little push. Foul wasn't called, but the foot out of bounds sure was. And the Lancers will get the ball right back. Here is Grace Riley. Riley over onto the wing now for Jackson. Jackson from in front of her bench, right through the paint. Dumps the ball off underneath for James. Shot won't fall in, and the rebound belongs to Stasia Bush. She gives it up to Knutson. Knutson tries to get around Layla Jackson, but Jackson tripped her up a little bit and gets called for the foul. Inbound pass will come on this near side sideline from Riley Doyle into the backcourt for Faith Liljegren. Liljegren works the ball up across the big purple Kahok logo at midcourt. Gives it up to Kristen Mitchell. Mitchell over onto the wing on the right side for Knutson. Knutson out to Bush. Bush, top of the key. Bounces the ball over onto the wing for Doyle for 3. That one rattles but won't fall. And the Reef tries to drive the basket, but she is going to be the first for Tyler Butler. And Liljegren will head back to the line where she has had 4 shots. Both times she has made 1 of 2. Liljegren hits the first one. Faith now 1 point away from joining Katie Knutson in the double-digit category here tonight. She does. Liljegren now with 10 points. Collinsville up 43-26. 5:40 to play here in this third quarter. Here comes Layla Jackson. She's just a freshman. Ava Hamilton, she's in the game earlier. She's just a freshman as well. And a shot that goes over the basket. Picked up by Mitchell. Gives to Liljegren. Liljegren into the paint. Puts a little fake on and off the glass. And then it just kind of slowly falls in off of the rim. And Liljegren now with 12 and a shot. And a foul coming up. Shot was made by Tyler Butler. And she'll go to the free throw line. This one is looking like it's going to go against Kristen Mitchell. And it will. That'll be her second. Team's 4th. And back to the free throw line. Tyler Butler. She went 1 of 4 in the first half from there. Now 1 of 6. Rebound belongs to Kristen Mitchell after a chase over there by Butler. But Collinsville gets it back. Here is Liljegren. Dumps it off to Doyle. Doyle from about 8 feet out. Can't get it to fall in. Rebound belongs to the Lancers. Here is Jackson. Jackson moves the ball up across midcourt, settles at the top of the key, still dribbling and slowly moves her way over onto the right wing. Now backs her way up toward midcourt again. Defensive pressure being put on by Stasia Bush, and Stasia will pick up her 3rd foul. 4:41 to play here in the third. Bush will head to the bench as Natalie Becker checks back in for the Kahawks. Here is Jackson. Jackson double teamed and throws up a no-look pass into the corner. Picked up over there by Hamilton, the other freshman. Now the ball's on the ground, and it's picked up by Liljegren, who rolls it forward, and it's picked up by Natalie Becker. Becker right in front of her bench. Underhands the ball to Liljegren. She drives baseline. Punches it back outside to Doyle. Now back out over onto the right wing. Knutson drives from there into the paint and then takes the arm of Hannah Mitchell right into the face, and Mitchell will pick up her 4th foul. Knutson back to the free throw line. She is 1 of 1. Hit the only shot at the end of a 2-point play. And now gets to go up shooting 2 and hits the first one. So Hamilton goes to the bench, or excuse me, Mitchell goes to the bench. And Oriana Brown, the 5'6 sophomore, comes back off of the bench. Here is Knutson. Her second free throw shot, also good. Katie is 3 of 3 from the free throw line here in this one. 47-28, Collinsville leads. We have 4:10 left to play here in this third quarter. Here is Grace Riley. Riley, the junior, has that ball poked right into the bench by Riley Doyle. One Riley to another Riley, although one uses Riley as her last name. The other one uses Riley as her first name. Here is Jackson. Jackson drives, dumps it off, but right off the face of Hamilton. Rebound, no good. Another rebound, no good. The second rebound belongs to Katie Knutson, and Collinsville brings the ball back up court. Here is Knutson. No one's paying attention to her. She'll dump it off in the corner for Doyle to Mitchell at the free throw line. One bounce. Mitchell's shot won't go. Rebound belongs back to Kristen Mitchell. She'll try it again this time. Kristen Mitchell has success, and now she is in the double digits with her 11th point here in this game. 49-28 in favor of Collinsville. Here comes Layla Jackson. Jackson works her way over onto the left wing. Now drives through the paint, takes an acrobatic shot, no good. Kristen Mitchell's there with the rebound for the Kahawks. Up to Liljegren. She'll split the defense off the glass, won't fall in. Rebound, that belongs to the Lancers. Almost had two of the Lady Lancers fighting over the same rebound. Grace Riley across the line for Belleville East. Picks up her dribble. Gives the ball up to Butler. Butler drives, and the shot does not count, says the referee. Foul will be on the floor. And this one looks like it's going to go against Kristen Mitchell. And Mitchell, who had no fouls in the first half, picks up 3 quick ones here. And she will be ticketed for a ride on the bench as Jenna Scheller comes in to take her place. Bria James checks back into the game as well. Layla Jackson to the bench. Also back in is Maya Cole, taking the place of Grace Riley. Here's a shot from the corner. No good on the three-point effort. Rebound. That belongs to Tyler Butler. And then she's fouled by Jenna Scheller on her way up. I believe it'll be Scheller's 4th. And it will be. So Scheller comes in to take the place of Kristen Mitchell, who just picked up her 3rd foul, and then Scheller immediately picks up foul number 4. Here's Tyler Butler, who's only made 1 of 5 free throws here in this game. Of course, as soon as I say that, she'll hit one. Now Scheller will go back out, and Jordan Gary will come in. So you trade 6'2 Scheller for 5'6 Gary. Butler at the free throw line, ready for her second. And this one's good as well. So now with a little less size in the paint, we'll see if Lancers can take advantage. Here is Becker, who had the ball knocked out of her hands from behind. That's right, it was. Oriana Brown hit her from behind, knocked the ball out of her hands straight out of bounds. I saw the whole thing happen. I was actually paying attention that time. Inbound pass will come in from Becker. Becker all the way out to Doyle, over onto the wing for Gary. Gary back out toward midcourt for Liljegren. Liljegren back to Jordan Gary in front of her bench. She drives out, circles back, gives to Doyle in the corner, all the way back out to where it came from. Liljegren. Liljegren back at midcourt, slow, deliberate dribble. 2:20 left to play here in this third quarter. Over to Jordan Gary. Gary dribbles back and gives it back. Liljegren almost lost the dribble on that one. Stays with it. She's double teamed. Got to have some help from somewhere, and she's not going to get it. And now a jump ball called or a foul called? They're going to have a foul called. It's going to go against Liljegren. That'll be her 3rd. Stasia Bush will check back in, take the place of Liljegren. So Liljegren's on the bench with 3. Bush, who has 3, comes back and takes her place. Kristen Mitchell's on the bench with 3. Jenna Scheller is on the bench with 4. At the free throw line, Ava Hamilton looking for her first point in this game, and she'll wait a little longer. couldn't hit the front end of a 1-and-1. Rebound was Collinsville's, and they are already up on the offensive side of thing. Here is Becker. Hands off to Jordan Gary. Gary all the way around the outside of the perimeter into the corner for Riley Doyle. Doyle just flicked a pass over to Becker, and then it's knocked out of bounds by Ava Hamilton. Collinsville will get to keep it with 1:41 left to play here in this third quarter. Becker on the inbound. Better get rid of it. A timeout called by Lori Billy before the 5-second clock expired there. And we will take advantage of it as well. We will step aside for 30 seconds here on the Kahok Sports Network. The Times-Tribune, Madison County's longest-running leading independent newspaper. The Times-Tribune has now added Collinsville to their coverage area this year, including coverage of City Hall, happenings in Collinsville, as well as coverage of the Unit 10 schools and the Collinsville Kahawks, plus more. The Times-Tribune is a weekly hometown newspaper that is published every Thursday and has been reporting news and sports in Madison County for over 30 years. Subscriptions are only $32 for an entire year, delivered to your home and the online edition. For more information, call the Times-Tribune at 618-667-3111, online at www.timestribunenews.com, or follow them on Facebook at Troy Times-Tribune. Riley Doyle with the inbound pass to Jordan Gary, who gives it up to Katie Knutson. Knutson out toward midcourt for Astasia Bush. Welcome back. Third quarter action. 90 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Ball knocked out of the hands of Becker by James, and they're going to call that one out of bounds against the Lancers again. So Collinsville will get to keep the ball. And right in front of Mr. Chris Kettler at the scorer's table, Doyle inbounds to Bush. Bush gets around one, and a ball that got jarred loose falls into the hands of Knutson, and she is fouled on the way up. Two shots coming up for Katie. This one is going to go against Tyler Butler. Butler will pick up her second. That is the team's fourth. And to the free throw line, Katie Knutson, who has done a pretty good job tonight. I was going to say she was 3 for 3, and I knew as soon as I would she would miss, but that didn't help. So we'll just hope that she hits this one, and she does. 50-30. Collinsville with a 20-point lead. 1:15 to play here in this third quarter. Pass goes over to Butler, and she's blocked off of it. And then Collinsville steals the ball, and they bring it up here for Natalie Becker. Becker in front of her bench. Crossed the way off of the hands of Gary, but there is Riley Doyle to make sure that ball doesn't cross the timeline in the backcourt for a backcourt violation. Here is Doyle on the wing now again to Becker, right in front of Coach Billy, knocked out of bounds by Ava Hamilton, so Collinsville will reset their offense, and they'll trigger the inbound pass right in front of Coach Billy here with 50 seconds to play in this third quarter. Into the backcourt it goes for Jordan Gary, the freshman, brings it up across the line, over onto the wing, throws it up underneath. Oh, a nice give and go, but no finish there for Natalie Becker. Rebound belongs to the Lancers. They erase it up court. Here is Cole, and Cole throws the ball away. Does she? Now the referees are going to talk about it and find out who it was off of. All three of them are going to check. Well, it's going to belong to the Lancers. Well, the referee that was closest to the play didn't see it, obviously, so she referred to her counterparts and took them a little bit to figure it all out. At any rate, the ball comes in, and a push from behind by Knutson. Count the basket, though, for Amaya Cole. That was a off-balance acrobatic shot right there, and it finally falls in. Took a minute. And they're going to call that one on Bush, actually. That'll be the fourth for Astasia Bush. So now what? Well, the referee's talking to somebody in the stands. And count the basket and the and one. And to the free throw line is Cole. And she will make that shot. And another whistle right off of the inbound pass. And that was away from the play. All the way out at midcourt. Amelia Cole gets called for a foul after she just takes takes a free throw shot. 30 seconds left here in the third quarter. Gary inbounds to Knutson, but she's bumped off the ball on a hip check. Turnover by Collinsville is their sixth. And Lancers trying to find a way to claw back into this one. All the way around the horn it goes and into the corner for Cole. Cole right in front of her bench. Backwards over here to James now. As we approach the final 10 seconds left to play here in this third quarter. James dribbles just outside the lane. Can't get the shot off. Loose ball picked up by Collinsville. Jordan Gary can't find the handle. And a blocking foul is going to be called with .3 on the clock. And this one is going to go against James. She'll pick up her second. And really not a lot of time to do anything with it. .3 left on the clock. Enough time to throw it in. That's about it. Doyle will just catch it. And that is the end of the third quarter. Collinsville still out front, though, 50-33. Fourth quarter action will be coming your way here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Everyone has those projects around the house that you just don't want to do. AW Outdoor Solutions can take care of that for you. Former Collinsville High School graduate Adam Welly owns AW Outdoor Solutions, and he and his crew can handle all of the dirty work around your home or business, whether that's tree trimming and maintenance, brush removal, power washing, gutter cleaning, and leaf raking and removal. AW Outdoor Solutions can handle that and much more. AW Outdoor Solutions is fully insured and offers free estimates on all of their work. AW Outdoor Solutions. Call Adam Welly at 314-252-8010 or on Facebook at AW Outdoor Solutions.
Welcome back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. 50-33. Kahawks have a 17-point lead. That lead was 18 after the first half, so Collinsville just lost 1 point there in that third quarter. They were outscored 12-11. And I think we'll be all right with that. Tomorrow we're back to the ice hockey action. Kahawks lost last night. They are short-handed, the Kahawks are. They have 6 of their senior players that are in Orlando for a leadership conference. Both the goalies, Grant Goodson and Carter Elmore. The top scorer, Jacob Schreiber. The top defenseman, Nick Garofalo. The second leading scorer, Joel Arnold, are all in Orlando and will not be back until Saturday. Collinsville lost last night 7-2. So they're going to have a tough time tomorrow night, but nevertheless, we'll bring it for you. Was scheduled for a 9 o'clock start, but Granite City took care of Belleville in a 2-game sweep, so the other series is over. So they moved the game to 7:30 as Knutson banks another one off the glass, her first 2-point field goal here in this second half. So we'll have the Freeburg-Waterloo-Collinsville Kahawk game for you tomorrow from the McKendree Recplex, but instead of a late game, we'll have an early game for you. Turnaround shot falls in for Tyler Butler. And if you want to trade baskets back and forth for the rest of the quarter, we're good with that too. Ball knocked out of bounds. Collinsville will keep it. Riley Doyle will inbound from midcourt. Winner of this game set for a date with the Edwardsville Lady Tigers Friday night right here on this very floor. And that is a 7 p.m. game, not 7:30 as usual. 7 p.m. And again, if Collinsville holds court here on the court named after Virgil Fletcher and wins this game, that will be live streamed on our Facebook page, while myself and Zach Roseman go to Belleville West to live stream the boys game Friday night. Here is Faith Liljegren. She drives and she shoots. It comes out the other side, and the rebound belongs to the Lancers. They bring it up. Here is James. Dumps the ball off to Butler. Butler from the baseline. Off the glass for 2. Collinsville brings it back up. Here is Knutson, and she gets a little hip check there by Cole, and Cole will pick up her second foul. And that is the 7th team foul for Belleville East, so it's 1-and-1 time here for Collinsville. And Katie Knutson up to the free throw line and has only missed one free throw here Tonight, she is 4 of 5. Knutson hits it. And now, Knutson with 22 points here in this game. 54-37, 6.5 to go in this fourth quarter. Over on the far side, Cole almost lost her footing. Now she lost the ball. Riley Doyle gets it and gives it up for Liljegren. Liljegren in the backcourt as everybody retreats. Faith brings it up across the line, gives to Kristen Mitchell. Mitchell back in there with her 3 fouls. Mitchell dribbling, trying to get around Butler, does so with a pass to Knutson. Into the corner for Liljegren. No one under the basket. Liljegren drives baseline, and that was an easy 2 buckets for the Collinsville freshman. And the Kahawks still leading 56-37. Out on the wing it goes to Cole. She'll work her way out to the top of the key. Bounce pass at the free throw line for Butler. Butler drives in. Can't get the shot to go. Rebound belongs to Astasia Bush after it was tipped to her by Mitchell. Collinsville brings the ball back up court. Here is Liljegren. Across the timeline and gets it to Knutson over on the left wing. Knutson dumps it off, or tries to dump it off to Bush, but she throws it right into the hands of one of the Lancers players instead, and here comes Cole across the line. Cole over on the wing, 3-point shot, and a foul coming up on that 3-point shot to Bria James, and James will head to the line to shoot 3. Foul is the 10th for the Lady Kahawks, but the first one of the night for Katie Knutson. To the free throw line, it is Bria James. She just hit 2 from there a moment ago. James came in as a 58.4% shooter, and here is her first shot of 3 this time. Good on the first one. Good on the second one. And the 5'6" senior Bria James ready for her third, and she'll miss that one, so she'll make 2 out of 3. Rebound belongs to the Lancers, and back out front it goes, and a 3-point shot from Layla Jackson won't fall in, but the putback is good, and that putback was by Bria James. So all of a sudden, James collects 4 points in a matter of seconds. Timeout on the floor, so we will step aside for just a moment as well, and we're back after a short break here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Brady Pest and Termite Management is your local pest control source. The Midwest offers its fair share of pest problems, and Brady Pest and Termite Management is up to the challenge. Whether it's pesky rodents in the cold winter months or ants, spiders, and other pests in the warm months, Brady Pest and Termite is your solution. And termites? Brady Pest is tops in the Metro East in termite management. Do you have unwanted pests? Then call the best. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Call 343-1790 or on Facebook at Brady Pest and Termite.
5:12 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Inbound pass comes in from Liljegren to Knutson. Knutson drives all the way down, takes the shot too hard off the glass, though. And the rebound belongs to the Lancers. Lancers bring it up. Here is Jackson. Jackson, an off-angle shot, falls in for 2. And the comeback attack continuing in force here by Belleville East as they have climbed back to within 13. Here is a give and go from Knutson and Mitchell, and Knutson puts it off the glass for 2. So Collinsville says not so fast. 4:40 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Here is Jackson once again. Top of the key. Thought about the 3-point shot, but Mitchell closed off the gap pretty quickly. And now Jackson gets the ball right back. She'll drive into the paint. Kick it off outside, and a blocking foul coming up against Collinsville. And looks like it's going to be against Riley Doyle. And Doyle will pick up her first foul. Well into a double bonus opportunity here for Belleville East. Have been for a while. And to the free throw line will be Layla Jackson. Jackson has hit 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Those were in the first half. First one, good. Snakes its way in. Next one on the way for the 5'6" freshman for Belleville East. That one's good as well. Here comes Collinsville. Backcourt pressure being deployed, but they'll back off, will the Lancers. And here is Kristen Mitchell back at midcourt. Mitchell hands the ball off to Liljegren. Liljegren. She'll stay back there for a while if you let her, but now she'll make her move and she'll travel. Ava Hamilton checks back in for the Lancers. To the bench is Hannah Mitchell. And a timeout called by Coach Lori Billy once again. This is a 60-second timeout, so we will step aside for that long, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more, who knows. But we'll be back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network. Once again, welcome back here to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Todd Duke, Zach Roseman with you. 4:03 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Collinsville up 58-45. We're looking to advance to the championship game here of this regional tournament and face the Edwardsville Lady Tigers, and we already know how formidable of opponent they are. Here is Jackson. Kicks it over into the corner. Three-point shot. That one's a little short, and then it hits the top of the backboard and bumps into that black post that holds the backboard in place. So that is a turnover for the Lancers after the three-point shot. That's the 13th turnover for Belleville East here in this game. Here comes Katie Knutson for Collinsville. Knutson cuts across the lane, gives it out to Liljegren at midcourt. Faith, ball overhead, gives it up to Kristen Mitchell. Mitchell back to Liljegren. Liljegren off of the right key, now back over here on the left side. Riley Doyle. A little pop and drop from about 4 feet away. And Collinsville extends the lead. Three-point shot coming from the wing for Jackson. No good. And the rebound once again belongs to the Kahawks. Collinsville up 60-45. 3:10 left to go here in this fourth quarter. And here is Kristen Mitchell. Mitchell tries to hand the ball off to Bush, but it's picked off by Cole, and Cole takes it in off the glass for an easy two. 9th turnover for Collinsville here in this one, and here come the Kahawks right back. Knutson, that will not count, but the blocking foul will be charged to Ava Hamilton, I believe. Yes, her first. Knutson back to the free throw line. Kahawks up by 13. They led at the end of one half by 18. Led at the end of three by 17. And Knutson continues her hot scoring. Now with 25 points on the night for the Collinsville senior. Make it 26. 62-47. Just under 3 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter, and here is Jackson. Jackson, the freshman for the Lancers, dribbles and drives and kicks it out for Cole. Cole with an off-balance shot. She's fouled before I think the shot even went off, but doesn't matter. Lancers are into double bonus territory, and they'll be shooting two from the free throw line from here on out as Kristen Mitchell picks up her fourth foul. So now her, Bush, and Scheller all have 4 fouls. Scheller is the only one not on the floor right now, and that one swoops right out for Cole. One more shot coming for her. That one also rattles but won't fall. Rebound belongs to the Lancers. The putback try failed for Butler, and then the next rebound belongs to Collinsville. Riley Doyle all alone off the glass. Good for 2 more for Doyle. She's now into double-digit figures with 11 on the night. Here's Jackson, hop, skip, and a jump outside the lane. No good. Rebound belonged to Knutson, and then the foul belongs to somebody who tried to go in there and rip the ball out of Knutson's hands. It's going to go against Jackson. That'll be her 3rd. And that is the team's 9th. And time for a 1-and-1 opportunity here for Collinsville and Katie Knutson. Knutson ready and hits it. Got a little help from the rim and the glass. Knutson has been on fire from the free throw line tonight. She's only missed 1 shot. That continues. No reverse jinx that time. 66-47. Collinsville in the lead, and Coach Billy going to make a little wholesale player change here in just a moment. Bounce pass and then bounce off the glass for 2 more points for Tyler Butler. And then the Lancers putting on some pressure in the backcourt. It pays off. Turns into a turnover as Jackson ends up back with it over on the right wing. She spins and then almost had that ball stuffed in her face by Bush. Give up is to Butler. She drives in, and a charging foul against Tyler Butler. That'll be her 3rd. Knutson paid the price. But Collinsville gets the ball back with 1:51 left to play here in this 4th quarter. Scheller, Gary, and Becker all check back in. Mitchell and Doyle and Bush to the bench. Inbound pass will come in from Faith Liljegren to Knutson. Back to Liljegren. Liljegren had to chase that ball down before it was tracked down by the Lancers. Now across the line to Jordan Gary. Gary on the left wing gives it back to Liljegren. Liljegren back at midcourt with 1:35 left to play here in this 4th quarter. Liljegren at the midcourt stripe being hassled over there by James. A bounce pass finds its way right into the hands of Butler. Butler drives and fouled by Faith Liljegren, and Liljegren will pick up her 4th. (66-49). Back to the free throw line, Tyler Butler. She has made 3 of 7 here tonight. Shot on the way and good. Got a little bit of an early start tonight with the running clock in the 4th quarter of the first game, so it's 12 minutes before 9 o'clock, and we'll be done here before 9 o'clock, it looks like. That's rare. Next shot misses. Rebound belongs to Collinsville. Jenna Scheller gets it up to Natalie Becker. Becker all the way up to Liljegren. And right through the lane, Knutson off the glass for 2 more. And Collinsville well on their way for a battle with Edwardsville, the main rival here at Collinsville High School. If that wasn't enough for you to realize last night, after the boys lost to Edwardsville by 2 points. Should be another one, another fun one. I'll have it on my phone while I'm doing the boys game just to keep an eye on it. No, I won't. I don't have enough time to pay attention to my phone and watch a basketball game while I'm watching one live. That ball ends up out of bounds right into the arms of Coach Lori Billy. And now the big hand is for Katie Knutson and Faith Liljegren as they are finished for the night, as Megan Jansen steps on the floor along with Ryan Hindall. Inbound pass coming in from Becker to Jansen. We're down to the final 45 seconds. 68-50, Collinsville in the lead. Here is Scheller into the corner for Jansen. Jansen dribbles their way out. And a cross-court pass for Jordan Gary. She drives, kicks it back off in the corner for Hindall. Hindall back out to Jansen. Jansen, top of the key. Collinsville playing some keep away, just running the rest of the time off the clock. I don't know why Katie Knutson's getting ready to check back into the game. Now she's not. Okay. Thought that was kind of strange. She was standing in front of the scorer's bench like she was going to come back in. Then she walks back out of the bench. Foul belongs to Layla Jackson. That's her fourth. To the free throw line is Jordan Gary. And now everybody's shooting 2 from here on out. Jordan Gary is going to have her name in the scorebook tomorrow as she picks up 1 point there. And Jordan coming in as a 50% free throw shooter. Just 6 of 12 coming in on the varsity side. She gets most of her free throw work on the JV games. And this one will give Collinsville an even 70 points on the night. 20-point lead for the Kahoks with 20 seconds to go. Here's Jackson on the wing. Out to the top of the key for Hamilton. Over to Riley, and Riley launches a 3 and hits it. First three-pointer that Lancers have made, I think, in this whole second half, and it is. Final 5 seconds left to go in this one. Ball comes across the line to Jordan Gary. She'll dribble her way in front of her bench and stand there with the ball, and that is going to do it. 70-53 in favor of the Collinsville Kahawks, and they will indeed move on with a date with the Edwardsville Tigers Friday night right here on this very floor at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, and a regional championship is on the line. Time now to transition into our post-game program brought to you by Cullip Jennings Florist. Cullip Jennings Florist, a staple in the Collinsville area, has been for generations. They have lots to choose from, and if you give them a call and ask what their weekly specials are, they'll be glad to tell you. 344-0404 is their number. Don't forget, Mother's Day is probably the next major holiday coming up as far as a flower shop is concerned. It's in May, which begins with an M. Next month is March, which begins with an, so I'm trying to tell you it's not that far away. 344-0404 is the number to Cullip Jennings, or check out their fine offerings that Cullip Jennings has to offer by going online to cullipjennings.com. Collinsville wins this one here tonight by a final score of 70-53, as we will be right back with the Cullip Jennings Florist post-game show on the Kahok Sports Network.
Cullip Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Cullip Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all designs, from traditional to trend settings. Cullip Jennings Florist is of course your place for beautiful flowers, suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Cullip Jennings Florist is there for any life's major moments. Cullip Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online at cullipjennings.com.
Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 in Collinsville or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience. Choose Lakeside. Something old can be something new again. The Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville proves that old adage right one more time. Derek and Whitney Reiser, along with brewmaster and distillery operator Torrin O'Brien, Old Herald Brewery and Distillery is not just a place to eat and drink, but more of a must-experience destination in the St. Louis area. With its Collinsville Herald newspaper feel, Old Herald Brewery and Distillery features a restaurant, a tap room, and of course a state-of-the-art one-of-a-kind distillery. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery can handle all of your group functions, as well with an event space that can handle you and 79 of your friends for any large gathering. And the food? Well, simply amazing, with local and new favorites, plus brunch on Sundays. How about bocce ball or bags on the patio? Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville, 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville. Give them a call at 855-8027, online at oldheraldbrewing.com or on Facebook at Old Herald.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Sloan's Pub House in Collinsville. Sloan's Pub House is now into their third year of operation on Main Street in Uptown Collinsville. Sloan's Pub House offers daily lunch and dinner specials that feature homemade pizza, burgers, sandwiches, salads, and more. Sloan's Pub House offers a great variety of craft libations for you adults, as well as a great brunch on Saturdays and Sundays. Sloan's Pub House, 119 West Main Street in Collinsville. Give them a call at 618-855-9100 or online at sloanspubhouse.com.
First National Bank of Waterloo, celebrating over 100 years of banking in the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo's O'Fallon branch office for your mortgage and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, come see Bill Metzger at First National Bank of Waterloo in O'Fallon. Call Bill at 618-632-1010. Visit him at 104 Regency Park in O'Fallon or online at fnbwaterloo.com. That's my bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Call Up Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Call Up Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all designs, from traditional to trend settings. Call Up Jennings Florist is of course your place for beautiful flowers, suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Call Up Jennings Florist is there for any life's major moments. Call Up Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online at callupjennings.com.
And we welcome you back into the Call Up Jennings Florist post-game show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Collinsville wins this one here tonight. Regional semifinal action, 70-53. They will move on to face Edwardsville Friday night in the regional championship game. And joining us now is Collinsville head coach Lori Billy. Coach, you just faced these guys last Tuesday, and you put up 70 points then. You put up 70 points tonight.
Yeah, that's kind of weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is, definitely different. Yeah, I mean, I thought early on, well, okay, we've got a pretty decent lead here. We just got to keep going at them. And, I told you before the start of the game, they're a good team. And they never quit. They came back out in the second half, and they put a little more pressure on us and caused us to turn the ball over a few times. And fortunately, we were able to handle it and continue to score when we needed to and come out with a big win for us.
Close first quarter, but the second quarter was the one who told the tale. 19-4, you outscored them in the second quarter.
Yeah, we got settled down. We were in our press, and honestly, we weren't rotating very well out of it. And no excuses whatsoever. But I know Faith is really fighting the chest cold, and when you're running like that makes it hard to breathe. And so we wanted to spare her a little bit, and Kristen got popped in the shoulder again. So again, we were trying to just spare him a little bit and see what we could get done.
A nice performance from the free throw line finally, man.
Yeah.
17 of 21. Good job.
That's a great night. And honestly, the last 3 or 4 games we've been pretty solid from the line, and we've worked on it and talked about how important free throws are. And tonight it paid off.
And did another good job on the boards, too, out-rebounding them by 10, 30-20.
That was one of our keys for the game, was that we had to outboard them. We knew 15 was she's averaging 10 a game, rebounds. And so we knew we had to try to get her away as much as we could and pull the ball down as quickly as we can and push it. And so I felt good about our rebounding tonight. All
right, well, you enjoy this one while you can, but, man, tough task ahead of you on Friday. How in the world are we going to find a way to beat these girls?
You know what? We got nothing to lose. We've done it before, and we've done it with kids who simply played hard and answered every point that they put up. And I feel like this team can do that as well. If we can just answer and stay tight and stay close, we've got a chance to beat them. They're a good team. Complete honor or complete respect for them, and I I'm honored that I get to live another day and get to go on, and this is going to be a mission for us, and
Yeah.
I feel like we're up. Feel like we're up for it.
Get at least one more game on your home floor.
Absolutely, and that's an amazing thing right now.
All right, well, I already told you that Chris Kettler is going to bring his tablet, and he's going to live stream the game on our Facebook page while me and this young man here go to Belleville West to take care of the boys' coverage. So I'm hoping that I can see you one more time in a sectional game, because I would love to see you get a regional championship in your last year.
You and me both, exactly. Yeah, we're looking forward to it. We're just, like I said, we're going to come out and play hard.
All right, well, I'm going to have it on my phone while I'm at the boys' game, so I'll be looking when I can.
Okay.
All right?
Sounds good.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck
Thanks,
to you on
Todd.
Friday. Thank you. That is head coach Lori Billy of your Collinsville Kahawks. Her team victorious here tonight, 70-53. Here's how it went down. First quarter, Collinsville had a 3-point lead at the end of one, 20-17. But then, as I mentioned, that second quarter, Collinsville exploded. And if it wasn't for that quarter right there, this would have been a lot closer game. Collinsville outscored Belleville East 19-4 in that second quarter. But in the third quarter, Belleville East outscored Collinsville by 1, 12-11. And then both teams scored 20 points each in that fourth quarter. So that's why I pointed out to that second quarter. If it wasn't for that second quarter, this would have been a nail-biter, probably right down to the last. All right, leading scorer in this one was Katie Knutson. She had 30 points in this game. 4 Kahawks ended up in double figures. Faith Liljegren had 14. Riley Doyle and Kristen Mitchell both knocked down 11. And then after that, Jordan Gary and Jenna Scheller with 2 each. Leading scorer for Belleville East was Tyler Butler with 16. Layla Jackson, the freshman, had 13. 8 points belonged to Bria James. 5 each then for Amaya Cole and Grace Riley. You heard me mention the free throw numbers for Collinsville, 17 of 21. The Lancers hit 14 of 25 shots. From the three-point line, the Lancers hit 3 of 15, while Collinsville hit 1 of 6. Collinsville was 1 of 5 in the first half from beyond the three-point stripe, so they only took one more three-point shot in the whole entire second half. And again, Collinsville out-rebounding the Lady Lancers 30-20, and the Lancers turned the ball over 13 times compared to 11 for your Collinsville Kahawks. That is going to do it for us here tonight. Tomorrow night, we are back at the McKendree Recplex for a little hockey action. Collinsville and Freeburg Waterloo hooking up in the final game number 3 in the best-of-3 series. With that series tied at 1, game time is set for 7:30. We'll be on the air around 7:10, 7:15, somewhere around there with the pregame show. And then, as I mentioned just a minute ago, Chris Kettler will bring his tablet to live stream the girls' championship match against Edwardsville on Friday night, while myself and Zach Roseman go out to Belleville West to bring you the boys' game. That's what we have for you this week, as we are on a week-long mission here. We've had a game every day this week, and because the hockey game is taking place tomorrow, that means we do have 5 games in 5 days, but we're enjoying every minute of it. It's playoff time, folks, and the boys' playoff seedings will come out tomorrow, and then the schedule will come out on Friday, so we have all kinds of stuff to look forward to here for the rest of this week. A big thank you to Zach Roseman on the camera, and a big thank you to Lori Billy on the pre and the post-game show. My name is Todd Duke, and until tomorrow night from the McKendree Recplex, everybody have a fantastic evening.